Happy Hump Day Solies. What is the vibe? For those of you who are new to me because you found me on YouTube, hi. I know I haven't dressed up for you. I apologize. Maybe I'll get better at this, but I honestly record this podcast anytime I can squeeze it in around mothering and like a full life. So sometimes it means you get me in my pajamas fresh out of bed like you do today. Obviously, this is going to be your last vibe check for 2025. And you would assume that would mean that I'm going to talk about all of the energy that's coming into the new year. But I'm actually not going to do that this episode because that is what I'll be diving into in my New Year's Day super ceremony tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. I can see so many of you joining. It's going to be an amazing way to start the year. So this vibe check isn't really about the energy of the new year. It is going to be general what's the vibe, as I do all of them, a standard one. And obviously, contextually, a lot of us are going to be feeling into potentially some freshness in the new year, leaning on anticipation, excitement, and everything that the new year can represent for us. In It's interesting because the vibe that's actually coming through as I'm speaking this out is don't wrong yourself if you haven't got there yet. Like if you don't feel that freshness, that excitement, that anticipation for a new year, I know that, not even symbolically, but in terms of time and calendar, it starts tomorrow. But it can take a little while for us to actually land in the energy of a new year. And if you're looking at it astrologically, that's not until Aries season. But you might not look at it astrologically. I still like to celebrate the Gregorian New Year. Is that what it is? Gregorian calendar? I could have that very wrong, because I like to have a firm date and I like to work with collective energy, and collectively a lot of people are going to be, yeah, the clocks. I mean, it's literally a new year next year, 2026. I'm talking in circles, but basically what I'm feeling is that there could be, I don't like this word, but it feels like a little bit more like disappointment or letdown. And when I woke up this morning, it was like, don't feel the urgency. Don't respond to the urgency you could be feeling, like the rush to tie up all the loose ends and leave everything behind in 2025. And I think a lot of us are ready to leave this year behind. And with that can come a lot of self-imposed pressure to get on with things and quickly make the new year the best year ever and start to create or call in, or let's just leave everything in 2025. And what I'm hearing as I'm speaking this out is there is going to be a buffer where it's still going to be like 2025-ish energy, themes, or patterns coming up for each of us individually, depending on what we've navigated. That's probably going to last the entirety of Capricorn season, taking us into Aquarian season. So it is going to be like this 3-week buffer where we're still going to be coming up against the themes, the relational patterns, the criticism of self, the stuff that we've been working on this year. It's not going away overnight tonight. It's not going to disappear magically tomorrow. That doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. That doesn't mean that you're missing anything. That doesn't mean that, oh my God, 2026 is going to be the same as 2025. Far from it. It's actually going to be a phenomenal year for many, many, many of us. That said, give yourself grace and ease as the clock strikes midnight and we step into 2026. Things are not going to change drastically straight away. Give yourself that buffer, that window of a few weeks to still tie up the loose ends, to still feel into completions with the themes and the habits and the behaviors of this year. I also am feeling so much in my throat. So this could be around particular themes around boundaries. I'm hearing discernment, conversations that need to be had with people that we've been putting off. That could also be tending to your physical well-being, because the throat for me represents also, like, it's the first part of my body that goes when I'm exhausted. So there could be some of us who are meeting this new year feeling really fatigued, really worn out, really run down. If that's you, ease into the new year. It doesn't have to be rushed into the new year. Tending to your physical body during this time feels important, particularly the throat. So, if it's manuka honey, if it's warm tea with ginger and lemon, it could be being more aware of, for those of you who are, this is very niche, but those of you who do experience any sort of histamine condition like an MCAS or allergies, I can feel that histamine's rising in the system. Histamines. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. So just being precautious around what your body can handle right now. And if your body is extra sensitive, I'll give you an example. I spoke in my episode how we got a sauna for Christmas and I've been in the sauna every day. And it got to yesterday afternoon and I'm like, I need to give myself a break. I need to take a couple of days off. As much as I'm like, I'm going to be in the sauna every day, I know my body, I know what it can handle. And actually right now it needs me to have a little breather. And the integration of the detox or the healing or the big shift in your world, like that integration where you don't continue to do, you just take the space and pause, is just as important as the action in the healing. So for a lot of us, we're in this integration state, and that is just as important as the going out and the doing. So some of us will be wanting a little more introspection. Some of us will be wanting a little bit more slow. Go at your pace this New Year's. Go at the pace that your body wants. Go at the pace that you're energetically feeling. Take it easy. Do not wrong yourself. If you still feel like, oh, it's 2025 for the next few weeks, that's kind of when we're going to be tying up these loose ends. And in Capricorn season, it's actually perfect because it's like, let's get to it. Let's do the hard things. Let's get to work. So it's really working in our favor. But most of all, I just hope you guys all have a wonderful new year. I hope that you spend the time looking after yourself and I was going to say in love. That would be nice. Celebrating with loved ones. And I will be back in your ears next Monday.